Alright guys, welcome back to my Let's Play of Shogun 2 Total War. Now, last where we left off, we were facing this oncoming Tokugawa army. Now, I'm quite worried because they have quite a lot of spears, and I feel that they will probably be trying to overrun our wounded forces. So as you can see, our archers are rushing to the walls, prepared to defend it to the last breath, as they eagerly await the enemy's oncoming onslaught. Alright, so Buddha's obviously helping us out on this one, hopefully. Maybe not. We'll find out in the ensuing battle. I mean, I just hope we don't lose our capital this early on in the game. I mean, it'll be a great dishonor to our clan and a great dishonor to you viewers. So as you can see, they're coming through the water. It doesn't look like they're going through the waters, but they are. Their legs are kind of darker, so I guess that means they're underwater-ish. Excuse me, to take a drink real quick. As you can see, the archers have made it across, and they'll be entering our field of fire any second now. Just barely out of it. These archers are getting ready to fire, just barely. And the first casualties of this fight has begun. As you can see, they're getting closer now, so our arrows are going to rain down on them at a pretty good rate. Arrows come whizzing in as they rush past. Hopefully this will take out a good few of them before they reach our walls. Wouldn't want the enemy going up here at full haste, but they're getting a little too close. We're going to pull our archers back, so that way they can continue supporting us. We're going to keep our Ashigaru units there, and we're going to let these guys go for a bit because they're not that close to their wall yet, and they are pretty close right now, so we get these archers moved back as well. It's going to be kind of a difficult position, just because how it is. Have our spearmen at the ready. Enemies are ascending our walls. This could be very well the end of our capital as we know it, but by golly, we are going to fight for this capital. We're going to give it everything we have, even if our forces, I was about to say horses, even if our forces are half beaten almost. There's a few wounded ones. I mean, the main thing is our samurai are at full strength, but we have to contend with their samurai as well, which is not going to be very pleasant. So we'll move up another unit of Yari Ashigaru. As you can see, here come our spearmen rushing through, trying to get to the guys as they get through our archers. Spearmen charge and get these guys. Looks like they're not too interested in going this way, so we're going to need to move our archers back again. As you can see, the fighting has ensued here on the ground. Blood going everywhere, limbs going every which way. Casualties on both sides. It looks like, though, most of our guys are taking hits. I'm going to change that, pause this real fast, and we'll get our Yari Samurai up here, and we'll show them a thing or two about customs. We'll also get our Retainer Samurai. Now, they're not the greatest when it comes to fighting. They're kind of like the weak, not as weak as Yari, but not as good as Samurai, but they're still good, and I always use them to their fullest extent if possible. So here they come, charging in, reinforcing our guys. Our archers are raining down. We'll move our general up a little closer, so that way he can rally our men. I might wait for a later time, but I'm going to have our archers take care of their bow Ashigaru because, I mean, last thing we want is that to happen, and it actually looks like we are routing most of their ground forces. This is very interesting. Hmm. Interesting indeed. Looks like their Yari Samurai are not too good. We're gonna try to get our guys that we have pulled back. They're pretty wounded, like those two Yari Ashigaru units. We'll get our our only 3 melee units that we have right now that are pretty good strength, but it looks like they weren't routing. They were just running away and trying to make us think otherwise. So we're gonna move those guys back in because they're not as damaged. This could be bad. I mean, that meter bar on the top right corner still shows kind of half-ish. It could go bad at any time because it looks like their forces that we're routing are not routing. Don't want to send these guys back in, but I need every guy that I can get for this battle. Every man to the walls quickly. Defend, fight. We're gonna send in our general. Even though he's only got 11 guys, he'll still try to fight his best to defend our capital, to make our daimyo proud, and to die honorably after, of course, he rallies our men. Alright. I don't think you can get these archers in this game to go into melee by themselves like you could in the other medieval games. At any matter though, it shouldn't be too much of a hassle to deal with. I mean, it doesn't look like they're going to break through our troop lines anytime soon, so I'm not too worried about that. But it looks like their ground forces are pulling back, actually. We're going to kill their general. I know that for sure. Stop our guys from running outside our walls, because last time we won just for them to go outside our walls and get swamped. As you can see, they have some Yari Ashigaru that are charging up, but they're gonna be pleasantly surprised by the swarms of arrows that are gonna come after them. As you can see, our general has actually kind of made his way up to the front, leading the attack against the other general. All of our guys are just fighting in this bloody mess of bodies. Looks like some of their ground troops have rebounded, got their third win, I guess you could say. Got their third win, and they're running straight towards our walls. Oh boy. So I'm hoping we can get this general dead quickly. It looks like we will succeed in doing that, and that should rout his forces. Maybe. Nope. Either way, they are now generalless. They have lost their general. And yep, and there it goes. So their guys are probably not going to stick around too long. Our meter bar is rising in our favor. Cannot speak today. I apologize for that, guys. All that kind of remains really is their archers, and we will make quick work of that. It looks like there's a group to our right. They're climbing over walls, but they're also routing at the same time. So that shouldn't be too much of a hassle for us. I'm not too worried about that. God, that mass pile of bodies right there in our castle. That's going to be a mess to clean up after this battle's over. Now, I frankly don't mind if our guys run out right now because we actually have the upper hand. All of their ground troops are retreating. All they have left are their archers. We'll get this guy and those guys to go out there, and they're going to counter those troops. We're going to get both our archers to concentrate on their archers as well, while our guys march out there slowly. Of course, they've earned this walk, and we're not going to rush them out. We're going to mount our general, just in case. I'll move these guys to the walls. Our guys come marching out victoriously, going to rout those cursed archers that are causing us some trouble. We'll get our general part of this line. As you can see, his men forward up in a nice conga line. Our archers now take the walls and we'll quickly eradicate these guys. They don't stand a chance. Ugh. Pretty gory, pretty bad way to go back then. Pierced by arrow. Guys won't last long. Get our general out here. I meant to click on our general. There we go. Alright, Yari Samurai charge into their archers as they buckle and flee, and that is the last of their archers. Their forces are routed. They are running. Now this wasn't a very decisive blow. We'll continue. We'll rub it in the faces of these guys. But as you can see, the battlefield is just littered with corpses of our fallen brothers and men and of the enemies. Looks like nobody's moving, so that means everybody is pretty much dead. There's a few heads right there. How wonderful. And archers stand tall. The Shrine of Buddha is relatively unscathed with bodies. A few bodies here and there. Our men halt their advance. We'll have our general continue across, cutting them down to size, and giving any stragglers that remain a kind of message to send back to their ruler, whoever their daimyo is now, and also to their puppet masters, the Imagawa. Casualties of their first assault on our base, as our archers peppered them. Guys are moving across the bridge slowly. Shouldn't be too much of a hassle now. If they're moving. As you can see, they're all pretty much wounded, just struggling around on the ground, gasping for air. Alright, so I think this will be a good spot to wrap up. We'll continue on in our next video, the conclusion of this battle and the next part to our campaign. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So thank you guys, and also be sure to like and subscribe, and also check out my newest Minecraft video. Alright, thank you guys, bye!